Good morning, it is Eureka John, and this is Eureka Street Crypto Hub, broadcasting live from Leander, Texas. It's 6:02 in the morning, and it is March 30th, 2021. We are almost done with March, and my name's Eureka John, and I'm coming at you live every single morning, right around this time usually. Sometimes it's a little later. But this is what I do, and I'm not a pro, I'm not shilling anything, and I'm not paid by anything. I'm just a dude who's trying to discover cryptocurrency, and you're along for the ride. And every single day I'm discovering new projects and new news. This is just the crypto market. And we already got somebody that jumped on. What's up? The Dr. 954. And let me give you a little something for dropping in. They do give us little things we can give. So I'm broadcasting on Theta TV right now. I will be posting this on YouTube and on Odysee /LBRY.TV, and I put it up on Patreon and Float.app. So those are the places where I put it. You can find me on Twitter at my Twitter handle. Let's see here, right down there in the bottom corner, at EurekaJohn1. And then I'm on Instagram at Eureka Street Crypto Hub. I'm actually working on a website, eurekastreet.crypto. So experimenting with the whole decentralized website application, DApp, on the IPFS servers. So that's what it do. So let me go over here to the CoinGecko. Oh yeah, and I have this music playing on Odysee right now. And Odysee is my new favorite blockchain project. It's kind of like Spotify in a lot of ways, but it's based on the blockchain, and anything that you play or promote or do automatically goes to the artists, and there's no intermediary type of thing. Artists traditionally only get like 12% of the profits of anything that they put out, because everything's chomped up by middlemen and stuff like that, and market makers. Not on Odysee. And then they have the audio blockchain, the audio cryptocurrency that supports this proof of stake network that is built on. So check it out. It's odysee.co. So and again, I'm not sponsored by them or anybody, so I'm not shilling anything. I'm just talking about stuff that I like. So let's go to the top of CoinGecko here. Let me refresh this bad boy right here and see what's up. All right. Okay, let's get down to the brass tacks. Bitcoin. Did I refresh this? Maybe I did. Okay. Anyway, I got my Apple, my crypto, or my crypto drink, my kombucha. So Bitcoin's at $58,978.88, crawling right back up there. March is traditionally not the best month for cryptocurrency. However, I bookmarked this tweet because it will show you a visual of what we're dealing with for the month of April. As you can see, April is generally up. The crypto market as a whole, or Bitcoin, I'm sorry, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin, and generally when Bitcoin does well, and I've talked about this before, it's like the slinky effect. Bitcoin does well, then altcoins follow. Bitcoin does well, altcoins follow. Bitcoin goes back, altcoins go back. And so traditionally in April, Bitcoin has had good months. So, and as you can see in March, it's not been too great. Not terrible, I guess, but So I'm based on these historical numbers, I'm actually predicting a good month for Bitcoin. So, all right. Anyway, Ethereum is at 1835.71. I imagine a lot of this has to do with the news that Visa is going. It did its first transaction on the Ethereum platform using USDC between crypto.com and Anchorage custody services using Circle. So, all those are something to look out for. You may want to look out for that CRO token on crypto.com, as they are decentralizing as well. So that sets the precedent, and they're bringing in payments on the blockchain platform. So it's interesting stuff to look at. And actually, a YouTuber and crypto watchdog, I would call him. He's not really a YouTuber at all. He's a developer. But Chris Bleck always has an entertaining stance on pretty much everything. He's known to be a little cranky, and that's okay. Gotta love him for it. But his stance on this took an interesting twist. He's always kind of, like I said, the watchdog of crypto. He's the watchdog of DeFi, making sure that nobody gets out of line and takes advantage of anybody else. So here we are. Let me find this tweet. Okay, come on, I get this to scroll. His take on a lot of this. See, he tweets a lot too, as you can see. Okay, let's see here. Wow, okay, so I can't find his tweet amongst the millions of tweets. Okay, 3 centralized intermediaries before it settles on Ethereum. I did not know that. I did know that, but I didn't think about that. How will megacorps and stables not be completely running on most Ethereum validators in a few years? Great for ETH, terrible for decentralization. That's true. Let's see here. There was one particular tweet that I thought was really interesting. Well, of course I can't find it now. So, yeah, if I find it, I'll talk about it tomorrow. And okay, all right. So, yield farming on Ethereum. Okay, never mind. Damn it. Okay, so. Okay, ETH maximalists are far too excited about Ethereum getting Visa's endorsement, quote unquote. The part they consistently fail to realize is that Visa would never endorse any tech that it thinks would actually threaten its own dominance. And then he also mentioned something in another tweet about the reason Visa is adopting Ethereum is because it is the perfect platform to do its surveillance state work for it. So. Anyway, that's just Chris Bleck's take. He always has an interesting contrarian point of view to a lot of things, and I appreciate that. Anyway, back to CoinGecko. Binance Coin up in third place again, $295.72. Tether right around $1 because it's a stable coin. Cardano $1.22. Last week it got down to like $1.10, $1.11 maybe. Now it's back up to $1.22. So Cardano's still doing well amidst Junko's harsh criticisms online of, basically poking the bear and making fun of Cardano any chance that she gets, and it's pretty entertaining to watch. Polkadot at 34.43, XRP at 57 cents. And Uniswap, $28.97. XRP's done very well, even in the face of all this SEC stuff, and we'll get on some more SEC stuff in a second. Litecoin, $198.23. Theta, $12.99, dropping down a little bit. Litecoin bumps up ahead of Theta, and so now we have this royal rumble between Litecoin, Theta, and Chainlink. And personally, I hope Litecoin gets knocked down and Theta and Chainlink get up way up here. So, but that's just me. All right, let's get down to something I wanted to talk about. We have LBC, LBRY credits. Now, let's take a look at what's happening here. Dropped 24.1%. And let's look at this graph. It's all going on. Nice peachy keen here. Zoom out a little bit. All right, kind of going, a little erratic, but nothing terrible. Going along. Oh, got a drop here, and then pull, a little punch in the stomach right here. Why? Well, it appears that I got in my email, and I saw him on Twitter as well. And I just yesterday tweeted the fact that I love when people come to me on LBRY.tv. I think it's great that people are starting to use LBRY, because yesterday part of my video got censored out because of licensing and trademark restrictions, because I played a little bit of that Saturday Night Live video, even just a tiny little clip, just to show you guys what I was talking about SNL taking NFTs mainstream. Well, they censored it out. LBRY did not. Anyway, the SEC is on full-blown stage 5 attack on LBRY, and LBRY is kind of like, it's like kicking a pony's ass. LBRY is nice. LBRY is cool. LBRY is decentralized. LBRY is free. You can earn LBC credits and earn tokens on LBRY. It's not censored, and so therefore people are free to put up whatever they want, and it's permanent on the blockchain. So it doesn't seem like big tech really loves LBRY, and LBRY also regularly speaks out against a lot of the technocracy and a lot of the terrible things going on with the censorship and mainstream media. And it's not LBRY that necessarily does it, even though they do that on their channel, and they talk about what makes them stand out from YouTube and other centralized streaming services, and they do promote and push decentralized streaming networks, which is great. But now they are under heavy attack in the same way that XRP got under attack. And XRP, whatever, I didn't mind, they're just kind of a banker's token in a way. But LBRY, man, it's like beating up the ice cream man. We're reaching out to you today as part of the continued commitment to transparency. Today, the SEC filed a complaint against LBRY, the creator of the LBRY blockchain and the video sharing platform Odysee, alleging the sale of LBRY credits by LBRY Inc. constitutes unregistered security offerings. First and foremost, it is important to know that this complaint is not aimed at you, your LBRY credits, or the content you create, but the status and sale of LBRY credits. The SEC complaint seeks to stifle innovation, accessibility, and creativity inspired by blockchain companies like LBRY Inc. The complaint also fails to acknowledge the concerted steps taken by LBRY to comply with the law and to conduct its business in a forthcoming and transparent way. LBRY not only complied with the SEC's investigation over the past years, we have produced thousands of documents, provided our executives for testimony, and devoted several thousand hours of team member time to deal with this case, a heavy burden for a startup. As we've shown in our legal defense, LBRY token is not a security but a commodity. LBRY never engaged in an initial coin offering, and we never conducted a securities offering. Nonetheless, LBRY has sought to comply with Know Your Customer and anti-money laundering principles, despite the fact that a LBRY token is not a security. Unfortunately, under the harsh and impractical standards asserted by the SEC in its complaint, LBRY credits and many other blockchain tokens would also be deemed securities, leaving uncertainty and confusion in the industry. LBRY is operated in good faith and in a highly transparent manner across its operations. We have made extensive efforts to comply with the law despite the absence of clear guidance by the SEC for this industry. LBRY has worked with legal counsel to ensure our policies maximize safeties for the members of our community, including the LBRY network and apps, and continually engage with the LBRY community to provide education and support regarding the use of the LBRY network. The SEC's inequitable complaint and the relief it seeks threaten to destroy the blockchain industry as we know it. This case is about more than LBRY. The outcome of this lawsuit will impact the essential viability of a technology that has spurred innovation and creativity and promoted accessibility to the public at large. We're asking our community to help us spread the word about our fight and to express your support online for LBRY. And I express my support. I do believe this is larger than LBRY. Blockstacks that I talked about last weekend, they are also forming their cryptocurrency, and it's not for sale anywhere yet, and they are trying to dot all their I's and cross all their T's and work with the SEC. And Meltem Demir's, she is also involved in with the World Economic Forum, and she is working with the SEC trying to provide to trailblaze a way for a cryptocurrency to be able to become fully regulated and permitted by the SEC and any other type of regulatory authorities to become a legitimate cryptocurrency. So basically, there's no clear roadmap in order to becoming a legitimate cryptocurrency, and there's no regulatory structure. So basically, the SEC is attacking LBRY and the Odysee community with no real foundation or basis as to what the rules actually are. So they've been going through all this nightmare of paperwork and proving this and proving that and doing know your customer KYC and AML, anti-money laundering proof, I guess, to show that they're not participating in any of that and guarding against money laundering and stuff like that. So they're doing everything, and they're basically being tormented by the SEC. Right here is a petition to help save crypto, help LBRY save crypto. The SEC doesn't understand blockchain. The claims made in SEC versus LBRY would destroy the United States cryptocurrency. What's the big deal? The entire blockchain industry is at risk in the United States. If the SEC succeeds against LBRY here, then it will set a precedent for the rest of the blockchain industry if people don't stand up, and it will severely harm. Right now, it's interesting that they're attacking LBRY because LBRY happens to be a free social media video streaming platform that allows freedom of expression without censorship. And just maybe coincidence, I don't know, that they're choosing this one to attack. Big tech and Wall Street would have more power, and many people could lose their jobs. The SEC is advancing an aggressive and disastrous new standard that would make almost all blockchain tokens securities. Classifying all actively developed blockchain tokens as securities will be a bureaucratic nightmare for United States residents and businesses operating in the United States. Now, what a security does, it basically makes something into something that is used for profit or speculation in order to expect a profit. A commodity you don't really expect a profit from. And if something is a utility token, then it is a commodity. And technically, LBC credits are commodities, and the way they're used is a commodity. It's just a lot of semantics is going on here, and they're using the semantics to their advantage to try to keep somebody else down and to limit expression or anybody freely doing business. Under this new standard, almost any token is a security, including the previously safe Ethereum. The nature of technology is that it is never finished. This change will make it much harder for startups to form new blockchain companies, cause massive job loss, and stunt the development of a critical new technology, all while big tech and Wall Street prosper. So it's just the same old thing, new technology comes out, and here comes the regulatory people in power trying to use the pen to keep the new money down, basically, and to squash any type of challenge. Now, what is going on? What exactly are they charging them with? Here's the actual law paper and the complaint. I will link all this stuff in the description so you can dig into it. LBC were offered and sold as an investment contracts and therefore securities. LBRY offered and sold the LBC in exchange for US dollars, bitcoins, and other considerations such as non-monetary contributions to its enterprise. LBRY pooled the money it raised such that the successes or failures of the LBC holders were inextricably intertwined with other holders of LBC, the largest of whom was LBRY itself, and LBC holders reasonably would have expected a return on their investment based on the entrepreneurial or managerial efforts of LBRY. Beginning in mid-2016, LBRY offered and sold LBC to the public in exchange for contributions designed to allow LBRY to build the LBRY network. Similarly, to pay for LBRY's construction and development of the LBRY network, LBRY offered and sold LBC to investors. In particular, between 2016 and 2020, LBRY sold more than 13 million LBC to the general public through accounts it controlled at 2 online digital asset trading platforms. LBRY sold the LBC on the digital asset trading platform in exchange for Bitcoin, then valued at more than $5 million. Currently, LBRY offered LBC to institutional investors at a discount to the secondary market trading price. As early as July and August 2016, LBRY offered to sell LBC directly to institutional investors, but LBRY did not consummate any sales of LBC to institutional investors at that time. Instead, obtained investment funding from venture capitalists. Anyway, it goes on. This is something that every single crypto project has basically done and has been doing. Why? Because there's been no roadmap or regulatory structure. People are doing what they know how to do. And if you run a cryptocurrency project and you run something decentralized, by nature, it depends on that token in order to operate. It is a utility. And if people want to buy that utility because they believe in a project, and they want that project to run and to bootstrap it, they have to buy the token in order to help secure the network. And that's just how cryptocurrency projects operate. So the SEC is basically attacking the backbone of how a cryptocurrency project would operate, in my perspective. Unless I'm getting something wrong, feel free to jump in this debate. But for me, I see that the cryptocurrency on a decentralized framework is absolutely essential to the operation of it, and it is essential for the utility of it. And yes, you can speculate on it. So it's a double-edged sword. It's a two-sided coin, and how do you get a cryptocurrency off the ground and bootstrapped and financially sound in order to be able to operate it? Well, you have to sell tokens. How do you operate it? You have to use the tokens. So security or commodity, tomato. It's really not so clear cut, and they really need to figure out exactly how this works before they can go and start attacking cryptocurrency projects. And yes, they attacked XRP. Now they're attacking LBRY. Why are they attacking LBRY? There's hundreds, thousands right now. I think there's like 3,000 crypto projects out there. Why are they attacking LBRY in particular? I don't know. Could it be that right now LBRY is offering contrarian voices to the current mainstream narrative going on right now? Maybe so. I don't know. Just a hunch. But interesting stuff. There's articles going on about it right now. There are opinions on it too online on Twitter. And you have Twitter here, latest enforcement action by SEC against a crypto project for the offer and sale of unregistered activities. Notable is the SEC's reliance on the use of market-making services as evidence of reasonable expectations of profits. Right here, and user adoption of LBRY's network and thereby growth of the network to mitigate the problem. LBRY enlisted a vendor, the agent, to assume $4 million LBC from an institutional fund to act as its agent and market maker. A market maker is an individual or entity that operates as a middle party to buy and sell securities on a regular and continuous basis at prevailing market prices. LBRY represented to investors that the agent would place orders to buy and sell LBC on the trading platforms at all times to provide liquidity to the market at a near current prices. The conduct further led investors to reasonably believe that all LBRY would take steps to enterprise profitable. Of course, LBRY wants to do well and they want to be profitable, and so does every other cryptocurrency, and I'm not saying, well, everybody else is doing it. It's not what I'm trying to say, but there has been no standard. This has been the way people are operating. So set a standard, then allow people to have some time to look at that standard, a grace period, figure out how they're going to strategize their next course of action, and then enforce it later down the road. But this whole retroactive enforcement of policies that weren't even there is just ridiculous to me. But then I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not even close to a lawyer. But so it's interesting reading this guy. He's an attorney in private practice, the U.S. Army combat veteran representing clients in the crypto industry. I'm going to follow this dude. So interesting stuff here. There's you can go and with cryptocurrency, you can get into so many different things. You go with what interests you. Some people go into development. Some people go into marketing and crypto news. I'm here talking about crypto news, and I love talking about the what projects do and education part of it. Some people go into the legal side, and they're real focused on what the SEC is doing in regulatory structures. To me, that's absolutely boring and dry, but some people love this stuff. But the only reason I'm talking about this and the extent that I'm talking about it right now is because they're attacking LBRY, and it's just not cool. It's literally like, I don't know, kicking a butterfly's ass. It's just yeah. So yeah. They a lot of people, and what happened is in 2017 they had an ICO craze, initial coin offering, in which there were a lot of people that were having these initial coin offerings, raising millions of dollars, and then just basically running away, and taking off, and the project was vaporware. It would absolutely crash. Among some other notable cases, there's Ripple and XRP being attacked by the SEC. There's Block One and Telegram. I didn't know Telegram was. And Telegram is also a uncensorable messaging platform. So, and that's why a lot of people use it. Facebook Messenger, that those people are sitting behind the desk watching your every single message. Well, not on Telegram. I don't know what Block One is. I'll have to check into that. Let me just take a quick look and see. EOS maker Block One settles with SEC over unregistered securities sale. Anyway, regardless of whether LBRY wins or loses, it drives them over the coals. They are a startup operation. They are working for freedom of expression and anti-censorship. So, this. And if this does succeed by the SEC, it'll establish a precedent that will extremely limit innovation right now in the blockchain field. So anyway, that's my rant for today. I'm going to get up, go to work, do the deal. I was going to talk about the stock to flow model today. I've been doing some research on that, and to me that's been really interesting, and a lot of people are making decisions based on this stock to flow model. I am by no means a stock to flow model expert, but I want to take a look at it and just at least show people what it is. So tomorrow we will be going over the stock to flow model, and and just try to be educated on what it is so we can follow the news regarding this type of stuff. BNY Mellon releases report on future Bitcoin valuations, and they are doing so based on this stock to flow model. Here's just a quick look at what it looks like right here. So if you see this graph, that's a stock to flow model. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. All right. Thanks guys for jumping online, and I appreciate all the words of encouragement and motivation I have gotten from people, because while I do not necessarily suffer from imposter syndrome, it still tries to creep in quite a bit, and as I'm human, so every day I'm learning something new. I only not even halfway know what I'm talking about most of the time, so this is all an adventure, and I appreciate everything good and all the thumbs up and stuff like that. So it really keeps me going. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Be nice to each other. All right. Bye.